Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome to the edition of Westbridge Hills. Alright, we're gonna got things going on today. First of all, let me just show you what I kind of discovered. I was just curious about this. So I have the New Holland with the sewer 100,000 kilogram weight on the back, and look at this. Well, it actually attaches to it. What's up with that? So I don't know why the New Holland. So let's just try this New Holland right here. So what I can do is I can use this. Wow, this looks really dirty now. What I can do with this is, so by itself, it actually doesn't attach. So let's just verify that one more time. So does it attach? No. Doesn't attach. Okay. Now, if I drop the weight off of that, and put this little weight on the back. Let's just do that quickly here. There we go. And if I do it like this, will I be able to attach to this? Yes. So what that means is I actually don't need the case Puma anymore, which means I can sell it, and that means I don't need this, and I don't need this, because we can sell all of that equipment. So let's sell that for 9,000. We'll sell that for 89,000. Nice. And we'll sell that for 6,000. So now we have $141,000, which means that we can get a new seeder. And actually, we could buy this. And that's not that expensive at all. Our tractor isn't quite that powerful though. What is it? 320. Yeah, that would be a. This would be a bit of a stretch for our tractor because it's like the exact amount of horsepower. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's really cheap. I thought that'd be way more expensive. Wow. Okay. That also means we can upgrade our seeder basically to something like the we could get that too actually to this actually, which is the Rapid A600S by the Väderstad, and this is a direct till or direct seeder, which is nice. So what we'll do is we'll just ask, well, it's right over here. So this is what it looks like right here. This is the Väderstad Rapid A600S. This is what it looks like. They did a really good job with this. Interesting enough, in Canada, these are starting to make their way here. And these are becoming a very prominent, don't know why I keep doing that. They're becoming a very prominent, I don't want to say prominent actually, that's not the right word. They're becoming more prominent, I guess would be the good way of putting it. There we go. They're becoming more prominent, which means that we can use it for different things. One of the interesting things about that is Väderstad actually have like I think it's they actually have the fastest record for seeding, I think, in the world right now, which is pretty cool actually. I don't know why they decided to do that, but they did. But the interesting part about it is the fact that because they do have a very fast seeder. Oh, good. I wasn't sure. I was like, please tell me this will actually work. I don't know why it wouldn't, but it's entirely possible. Those wheels are off the ground and they turn. Look at that. See? Isn't that weird? Anyways, what this means is I can actually seed like 100 times faster. I need to get some seeds though. This means that I don't need to cultivate then seed with our tiny little 3 meter seeder. This is only 6 meters, but it's able to seed, I believe, like at double or triple the speed, I think, which is nice. So that does allow us to, let's just fill it up here. It does allow us to get things done a lot quicker, so I'm super, super happy about this purchase. Let's just take a little look again around this thing. This thing is a really nice seeder. I want to see it in action. It's even nicer. I've actually, David Oldfield got this same one not too long ago in his Let's Play, and he's been having a blast with it. He's playing on Bjornholm, and that's obviously smaller fields and whatnot, but it's still a really, really nice seeder, even on a bigger map. But not, I definitely would like to upgrade. That's no question about that. But the deal is that one step at a time, because this tractor, while it does have 300 horsepower, it still needs to be a bit more powerful than that, because as we discovered with our baler, we can't just We can't just have the minimum requirement. We definitely need a lot more. I think what we'll do is we'll go wheat on this field, and then we will go with maybe canola on the other field. So let's see how fast this goes. I just hired a worker here. Almost 20 kilometers an hour. That's crazy. We are going up a hill too, be reminded. Let's take a quick peek at what this looks like. Nice. So you can see all the tires moving there. That looks really cool. You can see the little, I think they're called coulters. The little black things there. Oh, it doesn't like hills apparently. There's a bit of a, I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but if you look right here, I think this was an error, but if you look, I'm not sure if you can see it like I can see it, but there's like a dip right here, and you saw it when the cedar actually went over it there, which is really annoying. But, oh well. And the nice thing about this is that when you turn like this, it's not too bad. This is actually probably, tractor's probably a bit too big for this cedar maybe, but it seems to be doing the job really nicely. So we were able to do 20 kilometers an hour, which is really quite quick. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, so you can get a better look at it there. So you see how those coulters are just separating the dirt. I think they're called trash wheels maybe right in the front there, and that takes all the stuff on the outside and moves it away so the cedar can actually make a little space there. But yeah, look at that. That's so much faster. The fact that I don't need to cultivate now, and the fact that I don't need to cultivate, and I don't need to seed in 2 separate stages is just fantastic. Now we are left with a lot more money than I anticipated, actually, which is awesome. Actually, we have 87,000. So what is this? That has 102 horsepower, and this Ursus has 150 horsepower. Really? Wow. So that is, I could theoretically get an Ursus, or I could get another of these front loaders, but I don't need a front loader. Actually, it would need, if anything, I would need actually a more powerful front loader like this, for example. Our next jump after this, of course, would be actually, if you went that stage, I probably would just go straight to like a Case Quad Track or a T9, because this is a T8 400. These are both T8s, but this is a 320 and that's a 435. Weird. But we definitely need one of these 3 right here for the next level of cedar. Basically, we can't. Whoops. No, I don't want to sell. That that scared me for a second there. I don't want to get. In order to actually get the cedar we want, so we want. Eventually, we want this one right here, which actually is really large, and we can almost afford it right now, which is the ironic part. If we get something like that, we will definitely need a more powerful tractor to use it. And I think it's only, what is it, 9 meters? It's only actually 3 meters. Wow, really? It's only, I imagine it's only 3 meters wider, and I'm guessing you can't go nearly as fast as well as with the Väderstad. I wish there were more Väderstad cedars, because there's like this, which is only a 4-row, and I think they actually have more coming out. What else can we buy? Tractor, we don't have enough money for a tractor yet, and maybe we should buy another tractor though, because we have, if we go, actually we need to get one of these, which needs a 90 horsepower tractor, and our current tractor, this little guy right here, is only 75 horsepower, which is a bit annoying. What we could do, actually, if we sell this, let's just see how much we would get for it. If we sell this, we get 32,000, which will put us up to 120,000, which is almost enough for. Well, that's for to sell. I was like, that's not right. Almost enough to buy the up. It's pretty close actually to getting the upgraded version of the new Holland, the 160 horsepower one, because there's only a few front loaders actually. There's this one's a front loader, and this is a front loader, and this is a front loader. But if we want to get this, because that would be a really nice all-purpose tractor, we need 150,000, which we can't afford at the moment. I still don't like how once you go into the shop screen, your tractor, everything stops basically. It used to be you could go into your shop screen and then everything would continue, so you can just browse while things are going on. I guess it kind of makes sense why you can't do that, but still makes me a bit sad. That doesn't work that way. Oh well. But I still can't... This thing goes 20 kilometers an hour. That's crazy fast for a seeder. You can use... I think you can use the... it does, of course, have the... what do you call these things? Oh my goodness. Markers. There we go. It does have the markers you can use for that as well, but not necessary in a lot of cases. So what we could buy, like I said, is this guy right here. We would still need silage, and maybe we should look at that then. Harvesters. Maybe we should look at that because we can get one of these, and our tractor right now is powerful enough to use this. And I just don't know if our flygel would actually go on the back of that though. It should do. That means we can actually make silage. Ooh. Maybe we'll have to do that. That means I should have planted corn here, mind you, but that's fine. But that's an interesting thought though, because if we were to do that, that would allow us to finally give our cows a proper amount of food, or the mixed rations, because right now they are kind of in the middle somewhere. They're only at 10% productivity because they have no mixed rations. They have straw still, which is good, and there's a little. They're producing a little bit of milk for us, but not a lot. But they just need those mixed rations basically. And once they get the mixed rations, they'll be good to go. So what we could do is we could get the forage harvester, which is not very I wouldn't do it on a big field, let's just say that. And then we could get the flygel, and we should be able to pull both of those together. And with this, because the tractor is 320 horsepower, I imagine that it would be fine, actually. Nice. This is a hard worker right now, in case you didn't realize that. It's not me doing this. This is... I'm pretty bad. Actually, you know what I could do? Let me just show you. Let me show you what the GPS, or how the GPS mod would work. Alright, so let's just say, I don't know if I need the HUD up or not though. So, let's position this properly first. Alright, let's go over here. There we go. Alright, so I want to bring up the GPS mod, so there it's in the wrong direction. So if I want to put it in the right direction, just like that. And we don't need an offset, so there we go. And the way it works is, now that I have it lined up, I turn my seeder on, I lower it, like so, and hit the button. There you go. So now it's just... This is actually me driving it, so see, as you can see, I get out of it. It does its thing. Oh, it is lowered, good. It does its thing. Wrong button. There we go. This time. There. And what you can do, of course, is you can set it up so it does its own thing. So it's basically like having a hard worker. The only difference is I have to be in the tractor for this to work properly. That's really the only difference between this and a hard worker. So for some things like seeding, specifically now actually, so if I were to do this myself, what would probably be happening is it'd probably be sliding a lot, but because we have the GPS mod, it's automatically correcting for that. So what you can do, so see, if you heard the little sound there, it means it's getting close to the edge of the field. So let's say I want to set it to, here we go, and set up so it's on the right side. What we can do is set it up so it automatically turns for us. I think actually the hard workers now are actually better than some of this other stuff. So we need to make sure we turn left, not right. And what should happen is once we hit the edge of the field, he should automatically turn for us. So all we'll need to do here is we just need to lift the seeder basically. Technically in this game you don't need to, but in real life of course you would. You can turn automatically too if you like, but this is already so much faster. If I weren't fiddling around with it so much, it'd be even faster, but... Alright, so what should happen is... Did you hear the beeping sound? So it's slowing down. Oh. So that's the automatic turn feature. Yeah, see, the hard worker is better. It does work, mind you, as you saw. But it does make little places where it misses some, which is kind of unfortunate, actually. I thought it would be fine. So what you can do is you can switch it so it just stops at the end, like that. And that feature basically stops it so it just goes to the end of the field and then stops. Which I think is a better option than having automatically turn based on what I just saw. Let's say that. And I think what you can do is you can set it up so you get to the edge of the field. So the way it works is it's detected as the edge of the field where your tractor is, not where your implement is. So that's the problem there. That's a bit unfortunate. So as you can see, like, if you look at the first little bit over here where the hard worker was working, he didn't miss anything. Like, they made it even better than it was before in terms of they actually go to the edge of the field, which is really nice. So, turn it on, lower it down. There we go. Yeah, so they made it really nice now for hard workers. So you can actually set other things like offset. I think this is to the left, to the right. I don't think you can set offset in terms of like forward and back on your vehicle, because then what you could do is you can make it so it goes right to the edge of the implement, not the edge of your tractor. So that would be a nice little feature. So, and the other thing that you have to consider though is the fact that I'm using seed when I'm doing it like this, because I'm actually seeding as opposed to a hard worker seeding. So that's something to consider. So what's happening is it's going to slow down like so. But that's how the GPS mod works. I honestly think the hard workers are actually a bit better right now, which is kind of funny actually. I never thought I would say something like that, but they made them pretty darn good actually this time around. We actually aren't using too much seed, which is good. We're actually using not a whole lot actually. A lot less than I thought we would actually. What else? You can do a couple of random things. You can rotate 90 degrees, which is I think is the way the course is set. You can reset the course. I don't know. Basically, what you need to do is all you need to have it do is go in a straight line. I think honestly that's the most important thing about this. The automatic turning feature, it works as you saw, but it isn't as good. Mainly because it's not as good because it does miss a little bit. So it gives you an idea of what it's like. But it's pretty darn good seeder, I have to admit. I love how you can go 20 kilometers an hour with it. That for me is like, whoa, 20 kilometers an hour. Which is just pretty awesome. What does this do? Increase auto. Oh. I don't know if I can do that or not. Oh, I know what it does. Okay, I get it. So it was set to 6 meters, so maybe you can set the change the offset a little bit. So what's going to happen now, it should... Or if I can go the other direction. You know, you're going to go down to 1 meter, so... Interesting. But that is the way the GPS mod works. It is pretty slick. Turn it off, same way you turn it on, basically. The hard worker is nice because it doesn't require you to refill the seeds. It does cost you money, which is fine, but having the ability to just let it walk away from it, so to speak, and let it do other things, so you can do other things, is a nice little feature. Here we are. So, what do we have? So I was really surprised by that. So this is a pin hitch, right? And that works on this trailer, but it doesn't work on the tractor itself, but it works on the back of that. That makes no sense to me. Hashtag what? I don't know. It seemed a bit silly. What we could do actually, yeah. I don't know why I'm not doing that. So let's let the hard worker do that. And now you can do hard workers for almost everything, I think. Let's drop the weight. I think we're still on the weight. Yes. So now you can use hard workers for pretty much everything, which is kind of funny. Before you couldn't. Like you couldn't use it. You could use it to seed, but you couldn't use it to fertilize. So now I could basically just set a hard worker to do both things. Whoops. There we go. I guess it didn't go back far enough. But this is where the for me at least, this is where I find the GPS mod really comes into really becomes effective with the fertilizing. Actually, what I'll do is I'll stay off this field and I'll fertilize the other field because they both need to be done anyways. So what I can do here is let's just get situated first. So we have this fertilizer spreader, so let's get situated. So I want him to go in this direction, and then that gives me an idea as to how wide it is. Let's do that again, maybe a bit more, and that's a bit too much apparently. There we go, perfect. So what you can do is, so now what I'm doing here is I'm auto detecting the width of the width of the implement itself, and then seeding. So what that allows me to do is allows me to set it up how wide I'm going. So if I want to be as efficient as possible, like technically this is pretty darn efficient, a lot more efficient than it ever used to be. All right, well I can do by myself, let's say. So that is the advantage of doing this. How much do I have? Well, probably will be enough. But it just gives you a really good idea as to how much, as to how wide you are, which is one of the things I like, and apparently I'm not. It helps when you actually follow the, the line. So what you can do is, I don't have it set up properly, because I don't have it set so it automatically follows the line. And let me just show you here. So if I turn around here, and let's say I'm over here, if I set it up, it just follows the line. There is a bit of a wobble, of course, but there we go. And now it's following the line, so I don't have to worry about anything. So I can look around. All I'm doing now is, there's a little bit of overlap there, as you can see. Not a whole lot, but there's like right over on their side there. I keep wanting to use my pointer. I can't though, because I don't have courseplay, and that's how I ended up doing it all the time. I guess no. I guess only with the HUD up I could do that. Yeah. That's the only way. So, I think I can do it now. There was a little bit of overlap there, and I'm missing a little bit here now because I didn't do a very good job the first time. But it just gives you an idea of what it looks like. But, you close the HUD. There you go. And this is like, with some vehicles, it works better actually use, it actually works better to use the GPS mod. Like for example, if people remember the Rogator, that was a really cool sprayer, but the problem was it didn't work with courseplay. Oops. It helps if you do it properly though. Oh no, I got it. There we go. Didn't work with courseplay, so what this allowed me to do is to use it for a sprayer and just go for it, which was kind of cool. But I don't know. GPS mod's probably one of my, outside of courseplay, I definitely really like it because it allows you to do stuff still without making a mess of things. I'm pretty bad at keeping a straight line, like in this game at least. And this really allows me to, you know, do some things I wouldn't normally do. Like I wouldn't normally fertilize, but because I know exactly how wide it is, and being as efficient as possible, we're kind of like, we're not rolling in money, but we're getting close to that time where it's important to, you know, be aware of how much money we're actually using. I don't remember the beeps though. That must be new in this game. I honestly don't remember the beeps from 2013 at all. I never remember them doing that, but that's the GPS mod. So if you ever see lines in if you ever see a picture like that where you have red lines on the side and a green one in the middle, that's because the person's using. It's because the person's using GPS mod, basically. It's pretty neat little mod. I'm still upset with Giants that they took away the 40-meter spreader, but I guess I'll have to live. And so now the silly thing is, so this and this are the same width. The only way you'd ever need to buy this is if you're doing it yourself, like, because they're the same width. So this holds 3,000, that holds 8,200, and this has $40 of maintenance a day, and this has $10 of maintenance a day. So as long as you hire a worker for fertilizing, why would you ever go to this? Like, it basically made this thing obsolete. Before they had, you know, a 12 meter, then they had, I think it was 12 or 18 meter, and then they had the, yeah, there was 12, and there was like, and then there was these two at 48 meters. But now, this is all we have. We don't have any other options. The sprayers, I think, are they the same width? Yeah, this is 24 meters. So this is 24, and the fertilizers are 26. So you're better off going with this because this one is actually more maintenance per day as well. And there's no self-propelled sprayer anymore either, so this makes me sad. Anyways. Alright, folks. And, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know it did that. And when you hire a worker, apparently, the lines go away. No. Yes, they do. Oh, that's cool. That's a new feature. Huh. That's really cool. I never knew they did that before. Huh. That's really cool. Anyways, folks, I think I'll stop the episode there for now. Let's go check on actually that hired worker over there. See, he's almost done. It doesn't take very long with this. When you're going 20 kilometers an hour, it's pretty quick. Anyways, folks, that's it for today. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013. Ha! 2015. Coming at you from Westbridge Hills. Catch you guys later.